Hello again, my name's Gabe Zollner. You know, a couple hours ago I posted a video with Jason Chaffetz. Quote, Trump is worse than Obama and Sessions is worse than Lynch. Now, I don't know if you folks caught what Jason Chaffetz said towards the end of his interview. You'll realize that senators and congressmen, for the most part, don't have an easy go of it. It appears that many of them sleep in their offices. Jason Chaffetz shows us how he pulls out his cot, rearranges his office chairs, and that's where he sleeps. And he's not alone. Now, I remember the head of the Senate from Nevada, Harry Reid. He had a suite at the Ritz-Carlton. I don't think Diane Frankenstein sleeps on a cot, do you? Huh? Now, when you listen to what he says, he talks about having to collect money. And if you watch some of my previous videos, I posted a number of them. One that spoke about Representative Jolly, J-O-L-L-Y, in 60 Minutes, where he took a cameraman and a crew across the street from the Capitol, showed him the boiler room that they all go to. What I guess we don't see is what Speaker Paul Ryan probably is responsible in doing. He determines who calls who. He gives them the call sheets. All they're there for is to generate revenue. They're not there to service their constituents. And that's more than evident the way they vote, especially the whacked out Democrats. Now, I don't know if senators have to do the same thing this congressmen do, but they're just glorified telemarketers. You've got people, as Jason Chaffetz says, we get a real good salary, but it isn't enough to live in Utah or wherever else they live and come back and forth. You've heard me say this before. What they should be expected to do is move to wherever it is that they end up working. Problem with congressmen is they usually just have a 2-year stint, but Chaffetz has been at it for 8 years. Another question you want to ask yourself is, why will Trey Gowdy be able to get anything done that Jason Chaffetz couldn't get done? Huh? He's going to get stonewalled the exact same way as Jason Chaffetz got stonewalled from the administration run by Barack Hussein Obama and the one run by President Donald J. Trump. You ever wonder why they're being stonewalled? You ever wonder why they can't get any information from the State Department on Hillary or anyone else? Can't you see how we're all being played? I'm going to attach that video link of Jason Chaffetz, quote, Trump is worse than Obama and Sessions is worse than Lynch. Then I want you to watch that video that's embedded in there as well. And listen to what Jason Chaffetz says. Here you've got congressmen sleeping on their cots. If you watch the videos that I posted about Representative Jolly in 60 Minutes, he said that these representatives spend 20 to 30 hours a week telemarketing. And as I've said in previous videos, they travel Mondays and they travel Fridays. So when can they really work? Well, they can work to be telemarketers. And all we see is a dog and pony show when they get on Fox News and you see Speaker Paul Ryan talking about whatever the hell he's talking about. The guy's worthless. Absolutely. He's been around for 20 years. He's dead wood. Folks, Congress needs a complete overhaul. The Senate needs a complete overhaul. The Supreme Court needs a complete overhaul. Basically, we're all screwed because none of those are going to get overhauled. They've turned the American people into slaves. They figured out how to tax the living Jesus out of us. I did a video where I showed that there's over 100 different taxes. They stay awake at night trying to figure out how to tax us more. And when they can't figure that out, they charge us more for gasoline. And gasoline tax, and this tax, and that energy tax. It's tax on tax on tax. We don't have representation. What we are slaves to service our masters. They are our masters. You know, I didn't even want to make this video. I made about 12 videos already today. And I was sitting watching television, and I was thinking about what Jason Chaffetz said. And I wanted to highlight to you, just in case you missed what he said. They're telemarketers. That's what they are. And he's fed up and disgusted. I was a little bit annoyed when he first resigned. I didn't know why he resigned. Now I know why he resigned. And there's not a member in the Senate and in the Congress that shouldn't resign. It has to change. Not for me. Maybe not even for you. But for your children and your grandchildren. We can't keep being played the way we're being played. That's sort of what I think. Please, open up the link and listen to what Jason Chaffetz has to say. Watch how he shows where he sleeps at night. And again, he's not alone. And then you've got the other end of the spectrum, where Harry Reid, when he was in the Senate, he had a room at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. We need to know where these folks sleep at night and who's paying for it. If someone takes a job, their job should be where they live and work. We pay millions upon millions of dollars in airfare just flying these folks back and forth. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But they've got the system worked out pretty well for themselves because they don't spend a whole lot of time in Washington. What is it, less than 100 days a year? The rest of the time they're playing with themselves, pretending to be doing the people's business. They're telemarketers. That's all they are. Anyway, I've babbled on long enough. Listen to what Jason Chaffetz has to say. And ask yourself, will Trey Gowdy get anything resolved that Jason Chaffetz couldn't? I don't think so. Do you?